Alright folks, you know I like disaster saves. You also know I tend to pick the ones that are just a little too stupid, a little too difficult. This one's no exception. Let's check it out. I present to you France, the world's thinnest France. We still hold the Maginot, and that's about it. We're not on Iron Man, and historical AI focuses are on. I can tell you already, just from looking at this, it's gonna suck. I like a challenge. This feels like the ultimate challenge. Let's go. But first, this video is sponsored by World War Armies. Now, since World War II strategy is sort of our thing here, how would you like to play some on your phone and be able to waste time wherever you go? Then maybe World War Armies is something for you. World War Armies is an RTS and plays very much like a PC game, but on mobile. The game has a variety of realistic World War II vehicles and units at your disposal and looks and feels pretty darn good, with some very precise unit controls. World War Armies features several nations to play as, starting with Germany and USA, with one more coming in the global release. Each of these nations features a variety of infantry and vehicles, such as engineers, flamethrowers, Jaegers, and, naturally, tanks. Each of these has its own uses. Some can heal, others will bring the pain, and your toughest units are there to soak up the damage. And as in any good RTS, they can be upgraded. And other than units, each nation also has a unique general with their own abilities and skills. Some will launch airstrikes, while others will prefer to boost your resource collection. This is an online PvP game. You can play with players all over the world, and skill will decide who comes out on top. Now, the game will launch globally on June 30th, but is already available in open beta right now. So hurry up and you can be one of the first to try the new content. Just follow my link in the description below and you will receive the M8 Greyhound together with some tokens immediately after finishing the tutorial. Now, back to the suffering. First off, we are really close towards capitulation, which would be obvious considering how much of the country we've lost. We're holding on to, well, we're not really holding on to it. We can still control Brittany and Normandy. We're about to lose those. We have just one division there. And then we control the Maginot and then a thin strip of land between Calais and the Maginot. And that's where our army is. We have troops in Africa. They are currently running out of equipment, running out of supply, just really not having a great day. Fortunately, the Italians are not having a great day either. Another good thing is we have the cores of Algeria, and that's the only reason we have not capitulated yet. I've done the math. As long as we hold on to Algeria, everything between Calais and Mulhouse, we will not capitulate. Focus-wise, it seems that you've gone with a sort of historical approach. I guess that's okay. What I want to do here is go with the General Work Council, finish that off, and then either with national champions or expand the citizenship and encourage immigration to get more manpower. We are really short on manpower for now. Don't really think there's anything else here. Of course, we can take other focuses as the situation changes. Research wise, it seems you've given up. You've stopped researching. Never do that, but you are up to date on your infantry equipment. Support companies could be better. I'm thinking maybe take maintenance companies to just steal some German stuff. Tanks, yeah, not in their current situation. Artillery is a little out of date. I'd like to get that running. Everything else is fairly okay. Well, the industry's behind, so let's grab industry as well. What are your units? This is your Division d'Infanterie. Fairly basic, but it will do. I like these. I can hold on to these. I can work with this later on. Might just get rid of the light tanks, but we'll see. Okay, we have some army experience and we're going to spend a little bit of it. My plan is to use the infantry as fodder, cheap as possible, while still being good on the defense, and using motorized as my budget offensive units. I wish I could go big on these medium tanks, but considering we have 15 military factories left, that's not happening. So I am going to make the motorized my budget offensive unit, add 3 motorized to this, and I think I can make this work. Then for your infantry, we have the Division d'Infanterie. This is good. I'm going to add 1 artillery unit to them. We'll use this as our basic frontline unit once we can equip all of those. Now, one thing I want to add here is support anti-air. I don't need mechanized equipment. I need trucks, but I should have a decent supply, so I'll chop this down to 3. Don't need tacticals. I would like to keep some fighters in production, but I want better ones. So I'm gonna run with fighter 2s and upgrade them. Same for CAS. I wish I could start producing these in numbers. I just cannot right now. Infantry equipment is gonna be important. Artillery is gonna be important, and no, I don't need basic light tanks and support equipment. I need this basic stuff to stay alive. I know that I am short a lot of infantry equipment. Usually I can get some from the United Kingdom and other democratic countries, so I want to prioritize things like artillery and support equipment. They are a little more difficult to come by. I'm gonna need a little more convoys if I am going to collect all of the Lend-Lease available to me. This again may end up biting me in the ass. I'm going with total mobilization and women in the workforce. Otherwise I have even fewer men available to me. My next step will be to get either stability up, ideally through improved worker conditions, or maybe I could hire the humble appeaser here and then get my manpower back up. Okay, so these light tank divisions are not light tank divisions. They're useless. I am just going to delete them. There, that's fine. That leaves me with a couple of horses, but the horses, fairly useless. I'm gonna delete them. I'd rather have the guns in my inventory and the manpower in my stockpiles. More of those horses, gonna get rid of them. Okay, that leaves me with a sizable army. It's competent enough. A couple of these units are very, very far away. The ones in Africa might actually get back home in time, but there's a couple here. They'll never get home on time. It's gonna take forever to sail them in. Not sure if I actually want to bother. As for de Gaulle, his tanks and motorized, they can go home. I will assign them to Philippe Leclerc because he is a cavalry leader and a combined arms expert. His job will be to hold the south here beneath Calais, and from there try to push back towards Paris. The terrain there is fairly good for a counterattack. That leaves de Gaulle here with 8 divisions. I should replace him with somebody else. I don't know who yet, so 8 divisions will set up here. That's like at the very, very edge of the Tripoli supply hub, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, and very far away from all the Axis supply lines. So the Axis running into this line will have no supply, and I can delete them easily. I have some tricks here that I can play with. Small naval invasions landing in this area. I can crush whatever they send against me. I'm going to use this as a trap for the Axis. Now that leaves me with a bit of a mess to the north here. I have very little choice other than to convert all of these units to the colonial template. The shovel boys, hope to God that they can hold. Jean here has a couple of good divisions left, so I'm gonna divert a few of them here to the south as well. And I saw 18 more divisions here. That's good. Again, I'm gonna convert them to colonial divisions. It will give me a bit of manpower to work with, more infantry equipment, etc. For my offensive units, these are poorly defensive for now, so maybe later we can work our magic. Not yet. I need guns, I need artillery, I need everything. So I just need to buy time. Speaking of buying time, I'm gonna give this guy unyielding defender and maybe organization first. I'm not sure which is best. Maybe recovery rate. Yeah, I'll just go with recovery rate. I expect to be attacked a lot, very frequently. Now, I also think there is something wrong with our supply lines. We have supply issues in our own territory, and this would be why. Nothing is connected to the capital. What is our capital? Calais. I'll need to plug that into there, and then I need to plug the rest of this railway all along the front here. Lower level, just one level to quickly get built everywhere, and I can upgrade it later if I need to. I need to make sure that all of these hubs are connected. Right now, they're not, and that's a gigantic problem. Supply is going to be killing us there if we don't act quickly. What else? We are importing a bunch of oil from the United States. Don't need that. Well, I might, just not yet. I'd rather use the civilian factories to quickly build those railways. Those railways are vital, absolutely vital. I'm gonna deploy the actual fleet, the giant navy, over here in the Mediterranean. We'll try some memes there, but mostly to protect the Algerian territories. Just set them on strike force. That way Italy shouldn't be able to land troops there. That leaves us with a bunch of submarines here. For now, I'm gonna halt their orders and send them home to Nord-Pas-de-Calais. And I think I want to use them to help strengthen our defenses in the English Channel, or maybe start raiding in the Mediterranean. It's gonna depend on what the UK does. I cannot afford a naval landing. If I get naval invaded in Calais, I'm screwed. If I lose one more victory point other than these here, I am McFucked. All right, we also have spies, so, well, might as well deploy one. I'll have 10 of these units. This will have to do for now. These need to be equipped, so this will have to do for now in terms of my offensive units. I will need more infantry, so I am going to train more infantry, as many as I can. 6 that I'll actually deploy somewhere around Calais, and then I'm gonna spam out a bunch of these Division d'Infanterie with all the equipment attached to them, just so I can get a fake giant deficit and I can start asking people for guns. Okay, so let's unpause and see how... Oh, wait, Air Force. We have a bit of an Air Force. I'm gonna halt all their orders, set them to northern France for now, on interception, close air support, and logistics strike. All right, unpause and let the suffering begin. Now that some time has passed, let's start asking for Lend-Lease. So the UK, what will you give me? None of that. Oh, right, I need to start towed anti-air. They'll give me infantry equipment. That's about it. All right, who else? Norway. Big guns, no artillery, but maybe some support equipment. Okay, yeah. Okay, so that's like 12,000 guns and some support equipment. Good, it will have to do. And I really don't have any fancy place for this. Micromanage the defense, bring my motorized units up here to defend that, and just start a micromanagement campaign to take back victory points, to take back Paris, to take back industry. While we build up, before I forget, towed anti-air needs to be put in production as well. Oh, Germans want me. Fortunately, the AI is not too clever. Like this tile, like whatever they're doing, I don't know what it is, but it's working for me. Yeah, just you keep doing that brain dead dance. I'll take any unit you guys can give me. Okay, so it looks like we are out of dockyards now that we lost Normandy and Brittany, so I can't even build extra convoys. Oh, Greece is in. That's another friendly face. I am just constantly peeling units away from the main line, trying to reinforce this southern bit. I just hope I can get everything in position before we get overwhelmed. I can afford to lose this one tile, but once Calais is threatened, I'm done for. If I lose one more victory point, it's over. Or 97% towards capitulation. I've got fresh troops incoming from Africa. Those motorized and tanks should be able to help. I'm tempted to pull some of this infantry out as well. In any case, I'm gonna convert a couple of these to the colonial divisions. That will give me a couple of stuff back. I don't need them to be elite. All right, first batch of extra infantry going out. Assign them to the front. So my plan, and as far as this is a plan, is to use regular infantry. So like these guys with just engineer companies and infantry to hold the defensive line towards the north, and use whatever armor I still have and a couple of these motorized that I'm able to equip to push south, supported by one army of decent infantry, 21 with artillery support. So they have a little bit of bite to them. I'll use these to cover the southern advance, but I'll first need more of these colonial troops with their shovels so I can start pulling the good infantry off the line, which I can't for now. It's too damn risky. The good thing is we have total naval dominance. This is gonna be risky, but I'm gonna slow the game down a little and I'm gonna give this a try. I'm gonna launch these 2 naval invasions. I'm gonna hit them here, cut these units off, destroy them, and move on. And it does look like we are no longer in a massive equipment deficit. That means, yes, we've got our first Lend-Lease in. All right, troops are landing. That means I'll start the offensive. Should be good if I can just cut those off. That's a couple of divisions destroyed, really. That is always a win. Ooh, we did get intercepted, so this unit took quite a bit of damage. Ooh. Oh well, the jaws of the trap are about to close, so bada bing, bada boom. Surprised Greece is still holding on fairly well. They've advanced into Bulgaria. I'm gonna hold on to some of my political power so I can go up to extensive conscription, and I'll have to work on either getting some of this, but it takes a while for it to pay for itself, or go to national champions, get myself some factories. I could expand the citizenship and encourage immigration. That would take 140 days, but it would get me a lot of manpower. I think it's best to just save up political power for it. Oh yeah, we're crushing the Germans and Italians here. This is good. And there's a fresh batch of Italians showing up already. Good, you're next on the chopping block. That's 4 divisions just gone. I'll take a win wherever I can find one. And we'll just set up again for a new naval invasion. Same place. Pull everybody back. Let the Italians come in again. Now it looks like the UK is doing something useful. They've liberated my core of Corsica. I already know they're gonna screw this up though. So yeah, they failed to take all the ports and just decided to leave. All right, let's start a little bit of a counterattack with our mobile units. See if we can start squeezing some territory out of Germany again, or Italy. Well, it doesn't matter. Like, the majority of the troops here isn't even Italian. It's almost all German. Where is Italy? Well, they're dying in Greece, but no, these are also almost all German. Where the hell is the Italian army? Oh no, this is also mostly German. Starting to think the Italian army really isn't all that impressive. Well, at least I can fix my stability now. I'm gonna hire the Humble Appeaser. It's gonna be cheaper than getting improved worker conditions. Also, maybe not a bad time to start begging for some more stuff. Now let's also launch a little bit of a reclamation campaign. I want my stuff back. Yeah, we've retaken what? 1, maybe 2 tiles, and that's about it, really. If I can hold on for another 2 months, I think the Americans are gonna arrive. Yikes. In other news, I may or may not have overextended here and just killed my offensive units in Africa. Well, they survived, but at what cost? At least the AI is incredibly broken and unable to break the actual Maginot because they're attacking, stopping, fine by me. I need all the help I can get at this point. Dug in my heels and tried to hold as best I can. I've bitten back every now and then, but it's getting too much. Oh, there we go. Hopefully, we'll get some US troops flooding in now. Now I eagerly await the arrival of American troops before the damn Germans overwhelm me. Oh, precious American GIs arriving to reinforce France. You're on the wrong side of the front, though. You're welcome nonetheless. Okay, this gives us options. This may give us options. Oh yes, the Freedom Train coming to Europe. Launch a naval invasion of our own coastline. Maybe we can retake Brittany and see from there. Brest is guarded, but I think that's it. The rest should be fair game. Well, so far so good. Best not to overextend now. I'm kind of hoping for some American troops to pour in and help me defend this section of the country I've just liberated. In any case, I am getting some factories, some dockyards out of this, so I just want to see how much confusion I can cause here if I attack now. It's looking fairly positive. I am just hoping the Americans are willing to lend me some aid. I am definitely going to need it. Yeah, we are starting to run into more resistance than I care to face, so I'm just gonna pull back to defensive lines, dig in. God bless the Americans. They've arrived to save my bacon. I am sure that at no point in the future will people complain about America. It would be nice if I got more American assistance, though. That 1 division, maybe 2 divisions isn't gonna cut it long term, but still, we're in a much better place. We've hurt the Italian fleet as well, so I'm going to queue up another full army of basic useless fodder, and I'm going to combine that with my motorized to try and launch a naval invasion around Genoa. Genoa, maybe Nice. And the idea is to launch a naval invasion, hit this with my fast units, rush to the Swiss border, cut this in half, and set up a defensive line here with the terrible infantry. They should be able to hold through sheer weight of numbers, and then start convoy raiding the Mediterranean and whatever ports they have in northern and western France. I've got the army ready. They're deployed. Just need to move them over to North Africa. Actually, while I wait for that, with the amount of American troops here, I'm thinking I can make something happen around Paris, actually. If I have the Americans to fill the line behind me, I might actually be able to push out with my motorized and retake some. Oh yeah, just the American numbers are gonna make this possible. I can push now as long as there's Americans here to help defend what I take. And this is gonna be so stupid, but if it works, it's not stupid. They'll probably be defending some parts of this front, but not all of it. If I can just get a couple of motorized on the shore, I should be able to rush my way towards the Swiss border. And if I can't make it to the Swiss border, maybe I can go on a little campaign and capitulate Italy. That's also a win in my book. Meanwhile, France itself is holding. All right, time for the big moment. Let's see if this works. Well, looks like they've got their coasts fairly well defended, but if I can land alongside these ports, I should still be able to break out. 1 division in Nice, and I think 1 division in Genoa. Yeah, I should be able to take what I need. I'll need to be quick about it, though, because they will be getting reinforced, so hit Genoa, you hit Nice. There we go. Genoa is taken, and from there, we rush north, ever north. They are responding, but perhaps not quickly enough. Okay, so this is a right mess, but it serves for now. For now, I have these ports under my control, so maybe I should just send the Navy out and convoy raid the Bay of Biscay, the English Channel, and this area. Trade needs to be stepped up because I will run out of oil at this rate. And 1 more tile to go, and we'll have this cut off. Okay, we've done it. We've cut this front line in half. Oh boy, there's a lot of local supply here, so they won't start starving immediately, but we are in a good position to start bringing feeling the pain now. I will need some help though. I would very much like some additional American units coming in on the Mediterranean front because I will be expecting a world of hurt to come my way. Looks like American troops are slowly filtering in. That might help us hold here. Let's send the motorized out. Start doing some damage to Italy. Okay, I'm using the motorized to much greater effect than I had assumed I would be able to, because I think I've effectively cut off all of your supply now in this Alpine pocket. We just fully encircled whatever Italy had in the Alps. And now to destroy that. Oh, it feels good to be winning after losing for so long. I think we're witnessing a total collapse of the German army in France. With the Alps cleaned up, the motorized is free to roam again, and we're gonna see if we can use them to link up with the American territory and push towards Paris. France will be free once again. Ooh, couple more tiles and we can link up with the Americans. Oh, no, they just got encircled and destroyed. Yes, we've linked up, so this is essentially all encircled except for the port of Dieppe, but if I can start pushing out with this infantry, maybe I can take that port. Anyway, that port is not going to be able to sustain all those units trapped in there because, well, it's being convoy raided constantly. All of these units are stuck here and they're gonna pay the price. Just gotta rush south, clean that up, bring my motorized up to consolidate and then just crush this. All those casualties are going to be so juicy. Oh, this will be my finest victory yet. Great, the south is cleaned. All right, now to bring the motorized north and oh yes, Dieppe is also taken. All right, now to bring up the motorized and we crush whatever's left here. Look at that. They're all encircled. They tried to occupy France and now the motorized goes to town once again. Look at these encirclements. Meanwhile, I'm going to move the infantry south. I'm going to let the motorized clean this up. Should be fine. Then this good infantry army is going to participate in the naval invasion of Italy. We're going to kick Italy's teeth in next. Their entire army is probably gone by now. There goes the pride of the German army, along with probably what's left of the Italian and Bulgarian armies. No, that's Hungary. So after all that, we've inflicted 1.3 million casualties to the Germans and 700k to the Italians. That felt good. And we've already made landfall. That was a lot easier than expected. Let's just drive across here. Also move the infantry over. Oh, it feels good to be the one throwing the punches for once. Oh, we've been a punching bag for far too long this campaign. I'm going to savor every moment of Italy's downfall. And I think once we take Messina and Palermo, Italy should be falling over. When Florence falls, that's Italy gone. And bada bing, bada boom, there goes Italy. Now, all of that is encircled. We make use of that fact by just launching a quick blitz. The annoying part is there were so many Germans here that, well, we weren't able to push up all the way. Not the way we would have liked, but still, I'm pretty pleased with the result. Gotta be honest, this is not a viable approach to take out Germany. It's too mountainous. It's not optimal for attack. My axis of advance will be towards the Low Countries, start liberating those and pushing into Germany proper. The motorized is going to redeploy and we'll just move this front along. I'll leave 2 armies here for now, and as more allied units flood in to take defensive positions, we'll adjust and I can move more units to the German front in the north. All in all, it does feel like this is over though. And we start our liberation of Belgium. Brave little Belgium. I mean, it feels like they've got nothing left to defend their northern flank now, and in pretty much one fell swoop, we've just carved a path through the Low Countries with our tanks and motorized. This is it. It's over. I'm gonna deploy a couple more units, but I don't think I'll actually need them. It'll just be nice to speed things along. Look, we have total air dominance. We're just crushing them. Now, I do have to be mindful not to overextend. German counterattacks coming in hard and fast. I'm still deploying more men. I have all the manpower I need. I actually have a functional economy now. And as we get more equipment, I'm converting more and more of the fodder units into actual competent infantry. And our troops are right outside Berlin, and a little bit more. We should be able to take Berlin. But I am gonna ask the Netherlands for a little bit of a contribution here because it's a bit stupid that they're getting all of this land. I think I've earned my share. And the French army has taken Berlin. Germany has to be stretched so thin. They still put up quite a good fight. I've killed 2.5 million of them. I haven't even lost 1 million men. And through some clever maneuvering, we've cut off another giant section of the German army. I think if this collapses, that's it. But then again, I've been thinking that a lot. Look at that. That is a lot of divisions gone. And we're in Munich. Come on, Germany. Just give up. You know what? Screw it. All out offensive. They can't stop me. One more victory point. Germany falls. Come on. Take Gleiwitz, Oppeln, and peace deal. Peace deal. It's over. We won. The German Reich has fallen. And with that, we have turned Europe into a bit of a horror show. Italy got off fairly well. Just lost Zara, Istria, and some of its colonial stuff. Also Sardinia, because why not? I took the Moselland from Germany because we need reparations. And then we turned Europe into a gigantic mess. We've got Silesia, Big Poland, who got compensation for losing the East. Czechoslovakia, who hasn't come to terms with Slovakia being there. We got Big Austria. Hungary caught out of this pretty well. I have to say, they got to keep Transylvania. There's also Transylvania. All in all, disgusting peace deal, but very, very fun, if somewhat frustrating campaign to play. If you want to try this yourself, I'll leave a link to that save file in the description below. And I hope you enjoy this video. I hope you enjoy the next one too. See ya.